What up? Sorry to do this to you guys again, but I gotta eat. Should have done this before, but hey. The menu for today is all meat chicken burrito plus guacamole. Getting the guacamole on the side so I could put it on there myself, so I know they ain't putting a tablespoon on there. Get the whole thing. How you guys doing? So you've been waiting for me to do a live stream. I'm perfect for it. Thank you. Well, we'll see. That's before I start smacking in your ear. Doing good. Let's see. How are you guys doing? I better not spill the burrito juice on my keyboard and be mad. See, the problem with opening up your burrito, to put guacamole on it makes it messier. Because they make it all perfect, and I'm just going to mess it up. What's up, dog? You not? Oh, Clifford. Bowsat. Oh, wow. It comes out on your birthday. That's dope. Taco salad. I haven't had taco salad forever. I've been sub to you since your last channel has to be at least 12 plus years now. Dang. That's crazy. Mm-mm. That was a long time. Yeah, my old channel's still up, but don't go to it. A lot of those videos suck. Well, not that they suck. It's just, you think this camera quality is bad? You should have saw it. I was trying to watch some of my old videos, like from my old channel with the old computer and that old webcam, like 240p, bro. It's terrible. Your TV went out. I know the feels. How long did you have your TV before it went out? It's Samsung, so I know it probably lasts a long time. Probably time to upgrade anyway, right? Still tripping over that Xenoblade DLC being so close to Zelda. I mean, hey. Those are first world problems there. Like, it could be no games. I mean, you're complaining about having too much to play. So that's good. No, trust me. It wasn't even native to 240p. It looked bad. $3 years? Oh, hell no. I'd be pissed. My Samsung TV that I had actually, it didn't even go out. It got stolen, so someone took it out. But before it got stolen, I had that TV since 2012. So good. I had that TV a good. I had that TV a good 8 years, and it still actually looked pretty good. Matter of fact, I had the TV. I had my first HD TV that I ever bought. I bought around the time Metroid Prime 3 came out. And that TV was still working too. That one got stolen too. The Switch is dead. Nah, Switch still got more life in it. Haven't had a damn price drop yet. So you must live in a bad neighborhood. Yeah. It was right after the it was during the shutdown. So pretty much as soon as they announced that the police weren't going to come to your house because Corona, so everybody started tripping. Dang, you had it since 211? It's a long time. It's in the future. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, they better not start leaking crazy stuff. Like, I mean, they will, but maybe not. Yeah, it doesn't matter neighborhood. Matter of fact, a lot of times they hit up the places they think has nice stuff because they have nice stuff and they can sell it. OLED C2. I almost got on the OLED train, but is this close? I'm good. Happy with my little TV. Even though now they're way cheaper than when I was looking. Oh my gosh. You can get some great deals on OLEDs now. I'm still scared of that burning though. So, eating an all meat chicken burrito with side of guacamole. Should have got two. I'm starving. What's up, Jay Biggs, aka Big Jinx, or is that Big J and YC, or I just can't read? The doctor mentions OLED and burn in and up in the sky. The OLED defender signal is in the sky, and here comes Heartache to defend it every single time. Goodness gracious. Like clockwork. Oh my God. OLED. Yeah. I mean, OLED looked nice. It just wasn't worth the risk for me. Whatever. Man, my TV's dope. What you talking about? Yeah, I still got that song. This song is dope. Okay, what y'all say? All regular OLEDs, yesterday's news. Hey. How many TVs you gonna trade it in this week? I'm good. See, what you do is you buy a TV you like, and you stick with it until it's time to buy the next one. You don't buy a new TV every 6 months. I have the Sony X900H. Did a review of it. Was a review of it on my channel. Oh, you got the X90J? I think I have the X80J for my bedroom TV. Every year, every 6 months, either way, they're getting you. You buy a TV every year, they're getting you, right? I don't care. Like, they're getting you. You buy a TV, if you upgrade your TV every year, they're sticking it to you, bro. Insignia, damn. But you know what? I'll tell you this. I was saying the same thing with my Samsung. Like, oh man, it looks great. It still looks great. It still looks great. I mean, it looks great until you get another TV, and then you're like, oh, okay, maybe it don't look so great. I mean, it still looked good. Like, for how old the TV was, it looked pretty good. But my TV, like, do the design. Said, when you coming on EGS Live, I'm not the enemy. I don't know if I'm going on any podcast. I'm barely live streaming myself. Said I might go with VZO, TCL, or Hisense. Well, I don't recommend that, but I guess it depends on your budget. But then again, I can't say too much because I didn't even have to pay full price for my TV because I got, part of the insurance. So I got a deal on mine. But either way, my usual rule of the thumb is I won't spend more than like a G on a TV. And if it's going to be slightly more than a G, that TV I better be in love with that TV. But other than that, you said Ninja Turtles are cool. Where did Ninja Turtles come from? But Ninja Turtles are cool, though. Ninja Turtles are very cool. I don't really like the new Ninja Turtles too much, though. But it's honestly, I haven't even really given some of the newer Ninja Turtles a chance just because I hate the way they look. Like, they look so bad. It's like the artist in me is like, because I used to draw. I used to be into that. And then seeing bad art, like, I don't know. But that new, that Seth Rogen, that Ninja Turtle movie, that looks dope. But I'm not a fan of a lot of the art. Says Trey, get the Sony A95L QLED. I guarantee you'll be blown away. 65 inches, probably lower than 3. I'm not paying $3,000 for a TV. And like I told you, my TV looks great. I'm good, right? Yeah, the Bravios are good, man. I'm telling you, it's the way Sony TVs, they display colors, bro. It's crazy. It's kind of what sold me. Oh, and then also the fact that Samsung is being goofy about Dolby Vision. Oh my god. Turn this whole conversation about TVs. All right, let's talk about something else. Treat yourself. You got it. I'm good, player. Man, burrito making my nose run. Yeah, no, I don't do podcasts so often. Not in years, actually. I might one day, But I wasn't even doing videos for a long time, so. Do I have a PlayStation 5? Yes. Gotta do the mild, not medium. It's not even hot. That's the thing. This is just guacamole. I don't know why my nose is running. It's crazy. Gym's going good. The gym is going good. Not going as often as I was, because before I was going like 3 or 4 times a week. Now I go like twice a week. But now I've been incorporating the cardio into it. So part of the reason I'm not going, even if I don't go to the gym, I'll still work out at home. But part of the reason I don't go to the gym as much is because I started doing cardio. And when I do cardio, I literally run on the treadmill for like 30 minutes straight every time. So I'm running like 3 or 4 miles straight. So I can't really do that 3 times a week or 4 times. Gray hairs. All right. So the only exercise you do is squats now? What, are you all built, caught diesel on the top, so you just working on your legs now? I don't even gotta do no more. Squats only now, fam. Yeah, I guess this is a dinner stream. I might get some more after this. I'm hungry. And the PlayStation 5 controller got drifts too on the sticks. Oh my gosh. All right, Hard Eight's leaving, so now we can go back to talking crap about OLED. Oh, I missed one. You said, oh damn, I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Do I have a home theater? Yeah, I do. It's not nothing all super high end, but it sounds good enough. It's like a Yamaha 5.1. How long do you think if many devs have been working on new software for what? For what? Oh, the Switch. How long? It depends on the developer. Some probably been working on it for over a year or two. What can you realistically do with Smash after Ultimate? Whenever the hell it might be, I can't figure out what they would even go with it. You know what? I agree, because the only thing they can do, whatever it is not going to have as much content as Ultimate. So I don't know. They might have to just straight up change the whole way the game plays, and then that's or in order to differentiate it, and that's that might not go over well with people. I mean, same thing with Mario Kart. Look at Mario Kart. Like, I don't know. That one they can just come up with a new gimmick, because I remember before 8 came out, I was like, what the heck? What are they gonna do? Like, besides make the graphics better, what are they gonna do? And then here comes the gravity thing. So who knows? Happy Friday. Thanks, Brandon, for $2. Are you excited about the new Star Wars game? It looks good, but to be honest, I never even played the last one, really. I guess I need to, because I'm hearing it's freaking phenomenal. I don't know why I didn't play it. But. Says, am I alone in thinking there's no way the Mario film can come out without a game brewing in the background? Well, I think they got something. That's why I did that video about it. But I think they definitely have. They have something. Like, I mean, it'd be a lost opportunity if they didn't. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it doesn't matter because the Mario game is going to sell without a movie anyway. But you would think they would do that. But I guess we'll see. Best case scenario for Smash is they keep pouring Ultimate to the heat of death of the universe. So they just come out with Smash Ultimate 4K HDR edition. I guess. Yeah, Mario Kart. Mario Kart, they can do stuff. It's the Smash that I don't know. Maybe there just won't be another Smash for a long time. Yo, Trey, I'd love to have you guest appear on my Nintendo podcast called I Own Nintendo. Well, we'll see. I'm telling you, I don't really like doing the podcast thing, but we'll see. You said wipe your nose. Oh, damn. You're right. It's shiny. What's your mind? I'll be right back. Yeah. I don't know why my nose started running out of nowhere like that. So do I still argue with that Black Bond clown? Not really. I don't really argue with anybody anymore. And that stuff is kind of, I mean, I don't say it's over, but you know, people aren't really doing back to back, like back and forth anymore. It's kind of over now, I guess. Did you guys watch that Street Fighter thing? I still didn't even finish watching it. Actually, no, I didn't watch it. I went to the movies. I was waiting around. I was like, I'm going to the movies. I saw, oh yeah, I'm ready for Tekken 2. Definitely. Get some seats in Tekken. They don't have a date for that though. Yeah, they're saying it's, people are assuming it's this year, but they haven't said, right? Yeah, that's true, AB. So it's over now because Nintendo doesn't have a filling system on the market. Yeah, as soon as Nintendo was doing good, everybody got quiet. Surprise, surprise. I've always loved Nintendo. Sure he did. Would I call switch to a 1440p system? I'm sure it'll be able to do 4K, but it's baseline that does 60 frames per second consistently. Would that be 1440p with the orange chipset, if that's what it is? I mean, we don't even know the clock speeds. We don't know how much memory. We don't know any of that. But if I had to guess, it's probably not going to be a 4K native system for most games, for the majority of games. But that's really not going to matter because that's what the DLSS 2 is for. You didn't respond to my last comment. Okay, let's see what you say. Trey, for the next Switch, I think Nintendo should make a better sensor bar and better motion controls. I think it would be awesome if Nintendo could combine the Wii success of the Switch. Well, the Switch has shown that you don't need a sensor bar. you don't really need a sensor bar to mimic that. So there's no real need for the sensor bar. I mean, if they can put Wii Sports on the Switch without the sensor bar, that means you don't need it. But no, I don't think they should try to mimic. I mean, the Switch is its own thing. They shouldn't even try to mimic the Wii, because the Wii was largely targeting the casual audience, and the casual audience aren't interested in regular games at all anymore. They're playing on their cell phone. They're playing free games and free-to-play games. They're not interested in the Switch or the PlayStation for that matter. Yeah, DLSS is perfect. It's like DLSS is like they made it. It's like they made it. It's perfect. It's like they made it with Nintendo in mind, which they may have. NVIDIA's been working with Nintendo a long time, so it's that. I mean, that could have been a major focus of DLSS was Nintendo. Said, did I see the video with the B dude making Switch 2 with a similar chip? That would be or could be the next Switch. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, I saw it. He pretty much took a video that I did that was like kind of like a joke and then made a whole video about it. That whole how to get a Nintendo Switch dev kit, like I did that video a month ago. So I just hope Mortal Kombat gets rid of the crappy gear system and variations. I don't mind the variations, but the gear system, yeah, they didn't need to bring that over from Injustice. Do I think the next Switch will release with the upgraded OLED screen? If so, do you think it will retain 720p or upgrade to 1080p? I mean, I can see Nintendo not using. I mean, no. I mean, it will. I think so, because I think the main reason they went with the OLED wasn't just to get more people to buy a system. I think it was because the OLED screen might have been cheaper to produce now for them. Like they got a deal on it. That's not to say that it's guaranteed that the next Switch will use the OLED screen, but that'd be kind of jacked up if it didn't. You know, they have the OLED screen looks better than the screen on the new system. That wouldn't really make sense, but it's Nintendo, so who knows? So what are my thoughts on the rumored PlayStation 5 Pro? You think it's too early for it? This is definitely way too early for it. No one's even thinking about that right now. It's stupid for them to even do that. Like they barely got to the point where you can walk in the store and buy a PlayStation 5. Like, it's stupid. Actually, it's kind of even still not like that. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier, but it's not like, hey, anyone that wants a PlayStation 5 can just walk in any store and grab one. So yeah, it's stupid. Are we getting new Pro controllers with the new system? I imagine so. I mean, I'm sure the Pro controller will work on the new system, but I can imagine they're going to have some variation or improvements to controllers to get people to buy more of them. Said DLSS was awful at the start, but Nintendo will get it when it's really optimized for years, and now it's really good, really goody. Yeah, I mean, at least we're not getting version 1 of it. We're getting version 2 at the very least. I mean, it's possible that we get DLSS 3, but I wouldn't count on it. But DLSS 2.0 for sure, or 2.2, 2.2. What about the Switch online capabilities? Do you think they will have all the features that consoles should. No, there's never going to be a Nintendo console that has all the features it should have with other consoles. That's just, I don't think that's just not a Nintendo thing. Like, I think it was going to like, just like each system gradually, it's going to have more and more and more. But if you wanted to have feature parity with PlayStation and Xbox, it's probably not going to happen because Nintendo doesn't consider that important. Do I think Nintendo will start taking chances on creating new IPs again instead of sequels, amusement parks, and Reebok deals? Yeah, I mean they had a new IP with Splatoon. They had, I mean, yeah, they will. They will. Hmm. Yeah, Splatoon was a long time ago, but in Nintendo years, that wasn't that long. Do you guys remember when everybody, well, not everybody, a lot of people were trying to boycott Splatoon because it didn't have voice chat? That would have been terrible. Ring Fit. Do I think NOA should have more control over these region on certain things? I mean, it depends because there's been some cases where NOA made like some decisions, and you're like, what the heck? Like with like the disaster day of crisis and some of that stuff. Didn't they say that the reason we didn't get a couple of those games is because Reggie didn't think they was gonna sell, and they came everywhere else? So I don't know, maybe not. Astral Chain, I consider Astral Chain second party, but that's based on what used to be classified as second party in the past. I think second party to me is Nintendo funded but made by a third party, and that's what Astral Chain is. So Astral Chain, even though it's exclusive, even if Nintendo owns the IP, that's, to me, that's still a second party game. Yeah, I know they bought the IP, but that's still considered. I still think that's second party. The term has seemed to change over the generations, and to be honest, it really doesn't matter if it's first party or second party. It's exclusive and it's not going anywhere, so it really doesn't matter. It could be zero party. It doesn't matter. You know, I didn't think Bayonetta 3 was garbage, but I still haven't finished it. I still have to finish Bayonetta 3. I passed the other games, but Bayonetta 3, I didn't finish. I have to finish Bayonetta 3. I liked it so far, but I don't know if I liked it as much as the other games. But we'll see. Like I said, I'm still very early in the game, so we'll see. That's the thing. I gotta beat all these. Forget the new Switch coming out. I need to beat these games for the system come out. Said I didn't like Bayonetta 2, but I liked Astro Chain. What's wrong with Bayonetta 2? Bayonetta 2 was. Nope. No More Heroes 3. Low-key want to see Astro. I don't know if there will be an Astro Chain 2 because I don't know if the first one sold so well. I mean, it sold decent, but I don't know if it sold well enough to get a sequel. But who knows? Bayonetta 1 didn't sell that good either. And here we are at Bayonetta 3. Will Nintendo ever go into big Mario RPGs or like RPG like Mario, like Super Mario RPG? Probably not. The Paper Marios and stuff like that, and those are probably the most you're gonna get out of them. Making noise outside. What's up with Silk Song? I have no idea. I don't know why that game is taking so long to come out. It's crazy. How long did it take you to finish Breath of the Wild? I think 6 months for me. It just took my time doing side stuff. It took me a while because I was really taking my time. I was taking my sweet time. So it took me months, that's for sure. And people's like rushing. They act like that game is like 3 hours or something. I'm like, no. What will be the big holiday title this year? I have no clue. No clue. No clue. Nintendo is being more secretive about their lineup for this second half than they've ever been. Like, you literally know of like 2 games. It's crazy. Yeah, well, and take your time with Tears of Kingdom. I mean, it's $10 more, so take $10 more time. Take $70 worth of time more. I see. If you guys would have listened to me on Twitter when I told you that it was going to be $70, told you that was legit and that you should put in your order for Best Buy or whoever that had it for $60. Y'all didn't listen though. But I listened to myself, and my pre-order is still $60. Have a seat. You beat Twilight Princess in 3 days? Are you working? Mm-mm. So it's been years and I still did not beat Breath of the Wild. I'm just having fun messing around. I mean, go ahead. Go ahead and beat it. Like it's worth finishing. Yeah, I know you couldn't have been working. Beat Twilight Princess in 3 days. I mean, she's working super part time. Do I think Tears of the Kingdom is just a $70 Breath of the Wild DLC? Absolutely not. You realize that people said the same thing? Well, DLC as a term didn't exist yet, but you realize people said the same thing about Majora's Mask. Oh, they reused the engine. It's just worth the money. Like, it's worth it. You gonna watch that Tupac Dear Mama documentary? Yes. That's today, isn't it? That's on Hulu. I keep forgetting that I have Hulu. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Probably watch it tonight. No, I don't think it's an expansion. I think it's just that since they use the same setting and the similar engine that people assume. Said that's the thing about Breath of the Wild. It can be a 3-hour game or a 200-hour. Who's beating Breath of the Wild in 3 hours? Breath of the Wild is not a 3-hour game. So maybe if you have everything upgraded already and you just go straight to the end, sure, I guess. But it is the Breath of the Wild is not a 3-hour game. Nah. Game ain't 3 hours. Oh my gosh. Hoping Prime 2 and 3 gets the same treatment as remastered. Nah. I don't think so. It's gonna look better than the GameCube and Wii versions, but the same treatment that the first game got, I wouldn't put your hopes up on that one. But it also might even be cheaper too, or maybe they'll come packaged together. But if you're expecting the same exact thing that happened with the first Prime, you might be disappointed. Because it sounds like Retro might not even be the ones doing it. Rumor has it might be Iron Galaxy, but maybe they let Iron Galaxy do what they wanted with it, and maybe it's going to be more robust. But I wouldn't count on it. Beautiful Joe. Yeah, Beautiful Joe was good. All of those, the Capcom, was it the Capcom 5? Almost, well, not almost all of those games. I take that back. About 3 of them were good. I forgot. There was some, some of those were not good. Like that, was it Product Number 3? Oh, I wanted that game to be good so bad. I haven't bought it. I was like, nah, it can't be this bad. It can't be this bad. I'm not listening to these reviewers. They don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, this time they did. Like that game was trash. But the concept is great. Like they actually should remake that game and then fix the controls. Like that game controlled so bad that you couldn't even shoot while you were moving. Like you had to stop. Like you did all these gymnastics. And then when you went to shoot, you had to. Like it was stupid. That game had like all the promise in the world though. But yeah. New 3D Donkey Kong rumor for this holiday by the Odyssey team and potentially one more GameCube remaster. I mean, I think there's a Donkey Kong game coming, but I don't know if it's by the Odyssey team. But that GameCube remaster, I think there's definitely an F-Zero GX remaster coming. I don't know if it's coming this year, but it's coming. Geist. Remake Geist. You know what? I don't think I ever played Geist. Maybe I did. I didn't own it. I was hoping the Ukulele team Platonic would be doing DK Country, but they got bought out by Tencent. Oh, did they? They did buy them, didn't they? Well, I mean, Tencent has a very close relationship with Nintendo, so you never know. But no, they're not going to make money for them. He said, "Why not a new 3D Donkey Kong game?" Product Number 3 kind of had a bit of Bayonetta DNA when you think about it. What? Because she did somersaults and had short hair. I mean, I guess if the DNA was playing like a terrible version of Bayonetta, the Conduit. Bring back the Conduit. Those games were very good. They actually kind of weren't. Those games were trash. They had great graphics and everyone was hyping them up because it's like, oh my gosh, see, the Wii can do normal mapping. See, the Wii can do all this stuff. But those games, they weren't that good. Okay. Now the Conduit 2 was better than the first game, but it still wasn't that good. And that online in the Conduit wasn't that good either. Nah, it wasn't good. You know what game actually was good, frame rate aside, on the Wii? Well, besides the Call of Duty games, the GoldenEye remake, that was good. But the frame rate during the online was horrible. That was a good game. Conduit 2 was blasphemy. Oh, you said, oh. Didn't they have a Gold Classic Controller Pro for that game? Yeah, and I didn't buy that. What's up with Time Splitters? Wasn't there supposed to be more news about it? You know, okay, I like Time Splitters, but the thing that bugged me so much about Time Splitters was how horrible it looked. Like, I don't know why that game looked so bad. Frame rate was great. Frame rate was fine. But these were the people that made GoldenEye. Like, these were made from the people that made GoldenEye. And GoldenEye was one of the best looking games on the system. But Time Splitters has always looked... Well, Time Splitters 3 looked okay. But Time Splitters and Time Splitters 2 looked terrible. Like, the textures were horrible. Like, it was like they were bad on purpose. Yeah, I pretty much would want these developers to remake. I'm surprised they haven't. Maybe because they got way more competition now and they're scared or something. But the Conduit, Red Steel 1, like, why aren't these games being remade on the Switch where they can actually do justice to what was promised of them? Like, these games could be awesome on the Switch, but don't nobody want to do that. Silent Hill Shattered Memories deserves a remake. You mean a remake? Because Shattered Memories was the remake. Red Steel remake in John Wick style. Look, all they got to do with Red Steel is they can finally pretty much give us the graphics or close to it that they promised originally. The controls can actually control the way they're supposed to. They can get rid of those crappy cutscenes that they made in 8 minutes. And then we're good. Nintendo should have kept the Rare IP even if they sold the studio off. That was a mistake. Which IPs? Like Banjo and stuff? No, Red Steel 2 was great. But the theme was kind of boring. Like, the theme mesh Red Steel's quality, Red Steel 2's quality with the first Red Steel, you gotta win. That's the thing. Red Steel 2, it looked great. It played great, but the story was boring. Red Steel 1, it was very interesting, but it played like crap. How the hell does Metroid Prime Remaster have such good image quality for a 900p game? Is beyond me. Well, see, now I'm tripping. Does Metroid Prime Remastered have anti-aliasing? Pretty sure it does. Or doesn't it? Because a lot of the games that Nintendo makes don't have anti-aliasing, so that's why it looks kind of goofy sometimes. But do I think a 2023 Switch successor launch is still possible? We haven't had any leaks on the concept of the console. We only know about the SoC because the NVIDIA leak Well, I'll tell you this. If it's gonna come out by this year, there'll probably be a leak this summer. There's no leak by August. It ain't coming out this year, I don't think. But it's probably not coming out this year anyway. But if you don't get a leak, a major leak, by August, it's probably not coming out this year. Unpopular opinion. They were done with Banjo after the first game. I've always felt that the game didn't have a lot of room for sequels. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. And this is also a very unpopular opinion. Back in the day, I didn't really buy the Banjo games because the noises that they made were highly annoying to me, and I didn't want to play a whole game of. I'm sorry, I didn't do it. Was that a mistake? Maybe, but back in the day, I was like, no, I'm good. I started playing it. Oh no, I'm good. I know this is way far-fetched, but I'd be down with all the N64's classic wrestlers dropping on Switch. Yeah, that's far-fetched. I ain't gonna happen. Yeah, licensing nightmare. Yeah, Microsoft owns Banjo, but I mean, look what they're doing with the stuff that they own. I said, Trey, I got you with the noises, but the second is easily one of the best games I ever played, and can't wait to finally finish it when I get a new TV. Well, I mean, maybe, like I said, it could be a mistake, but I'm telling you, as soon as I was playing the game, they're like, I said, oh no. No. What genre do you think Nintendo will tackle with their next new IP? I have no idea. Let's see. So they got the shooter, they got racing, they got fighter. I don't know. I don't know if their new IP is going to even be a different genre than they've already done. Did you guys watch that Street Fighter thing? I don't know if I mentioned that. I still didn't watch it yet. Oh, wait, I did mention that. Y'all just didn't care. So y'all must not have watched it either. I want Street Fighter. I want Tekken. But I'm dying to see this Mortal Kombat. Literally, like, this is really bugging me that they haven't said it. Like, this is killing me. Will Nintendo ever try a persistent game world like an MMO, or do you think they would ever try Nintendo take on a battle royale? They'll do a battle royale before they'll do an MMO. It was all right, definitely not hype. Okay, then I missed anything. I'm gonna still go back and watch it, but I wonder what Nintendo's new innovation will be. Well, I kind of talked about this on the last What's Going On in these Nintendo Streets. I'm thinking it's probably gonna have something to do with some kind of augmented reality, some kind of VR/AR, some kind of augmented reality to where maybe you wear glasses but not a helmet. Who knows? Or maybe you won't need any of that. It's Nintendo. Who knows? But I think it'll have something to do with some kind of augmented reality because they dabbled with that in the past already, like the 3DS and stuff like that. But the 3DS had a 3D screen, so who knows? But I don't know. That's my guess. I don't think they're done with the VR or the augmented reality. I think that the Labo was just them like just dipping their toes in. Yeah, I think the augmented reality is probably a thing to go with. I mean, because other than that, as far as gimmicks go, like they don't really need to do like the Switch is the ultimate gimmick. Like it's such a great gimmick that it's not even considered a gimmick. And all they have to do is just keep improving from that. Like they don't need anything extra, but it's Nintendo, so they'll throw something in there. Just cause, It's like, yeah, Switch 2, it does 4K, does HDR, but you also have a feature where Mario comes out and tickles your nose. Can PlayStation 5 do that? Like they got something like that. Knockout Kings. Yo, don't they have they got some other boxing game, isn't it? I don't know if that was a crowdfunded game or something. They got some kind of other boxing game out, or maybe it's just in beta or something, but it looked kind of cool. It wasn't Knockout Kings, but I think it was supposed to be like the spiritual successor to that. And Knockout Kings was not on one Nintendo system either. That's crazy. The Bald Gaming God returns. I don't know if that's a compliment or a diss, but okay. What's up, Cherry Man? Says, I mean, if Nintendo doesn't innovate, who will? Someone's got to do it. That is true. That is true. All right, go. Trey, the only problem I do have is that VR still hasn't been that big. Would you really make the foundation of your next? That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be the foundation. The foundation of Nintendo's next system would still be a Switch. It's still a Switch, and the other stuff would be the stuff on top of it. Just kind of like how the Switch is the main gimmick of the Switch, but then it still has other features and stuff on top of it, like the sensors in the controller. Call me crazy, but I'm not sure we'll see a gimmick this time. I mean, we might not, but they always have something. That's what I was thinking of, the HD Rumble. Remember that? No one even talks about that anymore. Showing a little with the ice cubes. I can tell there's 3.5 ice cubes in here. Woohoo! Nobody even talks about that. I bet you forgot that the controller even had HD Rumble. Just like with the PlayStation 5 controller, they did all this stuff came with a tech demo to show the controller off, and then nobody talking about that anymore. Now it's all about the frame rate. No, exactly. He said, "What's HD Rumble?" Exactly. I mean, I'm sure there's a big difference between HD Rumble and the Rumble in the past, but the thing is, Nintendo was making a huge deal about this, and then now developers could be using it, but can you tell which ones are and which ones aren't? I don't know if you can. Oh, Knockout City. Oh, okay. Because I was like, Knockout Kings didn't come to the Switch. Was Knockout City that damn good? I never even played it. You said the PlayStation 5 controller does hit different, though. Does the controller last longer than 38 minutes this time? I was kidding. I know it does, but not that much longer. So I don't need that much immersion. Let's see. Another thing I was thinking, what if they put the SoC in the dock so that the Switch console in the dock is console switch? Oh, so you mean kind of like the supplemental computing device? I don't know if they're gonna go that route, because even the guy on the patent for the supplemental computing device that I talked to, he said, I don't know. He told me this a long time ago. He's like, I don't know if that's going to even come out. So what are my thoughts on the finisher 1, 2, 2, 3? I don't know. He's still on the interstate. Mitch Kitchen on the interstate. That video was hilarious. Said, great to catch a live stream from you. I saw the second stream you posted a few days ago. I've been checking out the videos for a long while. Respect to you and glad you decided to stream. I hope all is well, by the way. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. I didn't know how long. Damn, you been here an hour? Man, I know these people be getting hooked on streaming. Go by too fast. Said VR, I'm old enough to remember the crazy VR stuff going on back in 2004, 05. Nintendo On. We're still waiting. Ain't waiting for nothing. That was fake. You know what's crazy about the Nintendo On video that blows my mind? The guy that made that concept in that video, he said his computer actually crashed before he was done editing the video, and that's actually just a small portion of the video. Like it was gonna be like a 10-minute or something long video. Like that's just a portion of the video. So what we saw was just a portion, and that was only what he was able to salvage off of his computer, which is crazy. But yeah, I wish I could see the rest of that. You might want to hop on Knockout City because it's getting shut down with a bunch of other lives. I thought it already got shut down. They already announced it's still on right now. I don't know. Knockout City, no, it kind of looked boring to me, but who knows? Maybe it's just not my cup of tea. So yeah, I've been watching Trey for over a decade now. I don't always comment though. Great show. Thank you. Over a decade. I really know how to make someone feel old. Oh, any personal theories on Tears of the Kingdom? You know what? No. Because I don't even, when I'm looking forward to something, a lot of times I don't try to theorize on it, because sometimes when I come up with theories, I end up spoiling stuff for myself. So I don't want it to get spoiled. So things that I'm looking forward to, a lot of times I won't even try to guess what's going to happen, because it's spoiling for myself, because I'm a very good guesser. Like with movies too, like even with movies, I don't try to guess the ending. I don't try to look at the trailer and decide what. No, I don't like doing that, because it'll end up ruining the movie for me. Because 9 out of 10, I'm gonna guess. So yeah, I was watching you even before those clowns flagged their channel. Damn, yeah, you've been watching a long time. Oh, so the old channel, yeah. So it was a long time, because I got 2 flagiversaries. What do you think the June event from Nintendo will focus on, in contrast to what Nintendo Live 2023 will be centered around? We don't even know if there's going to be a June event. There was no June event last year, if you guys remember. We didn't get anything till what, August? So there's no guarantee that there's even going to be a June event this year. So, yeah. I mean, I hope we get one. But it's, as we saw last year, it's not guaranteed, unfortunately. We didn't even get a Sony. It wasn't even a Sony event last year in June. It was just Ubisoft and Microsoft, right? So when did I last talk to Black Bond? I don't even remember. Probably in the comment section of one of my videos. Long time ago. Do you think Nintendo Live events Nintendo's way of bringing back Space World? No. They've had these Nintendo Lives like every year for like the last, I guess, a few years. It's just no one talked about it because they didn't announce anything. They're just pretty much just events where they just have people just come play their games that are already announced, already released. Now, could that be different this year, seeing as how they haven't announced hardly anything in the second half? Maybe, but expecting that to be this big event, I wouldn't. Kind of frustrates me that there is no E3 again. I used to be something I look forward to during the summer when I was in school. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't care that about the E3 part, but the E3 time, the set time for E3, where I look forward to that. And when it doesn't happen, it's kind of like, okay. Because I still do. I take that time off. Like I always make sure that I'm off around those times. And in the last few years, or last couple of years, it really hasn't been anything. So it's kind of like, damn, I took that time off for nothing. Just like I took this week off, thinking Mortal Kombat was going to get announced, and it wasn't. Jerks. Yeah, I mean, I like being off on that time anyway because it's during the summer. It's not like it's not like it's just some random month. It's still summer, so you can still do stuff. But yeah, it did used to be really cool when you knew you're going to be off, and then all of the big gaming news was going to be announced that week. It was cool, but it's not really like that anymore. You don't know. Said I never got to play Mortal Kombat 11. Sadly, I can see it's a good game. Well, get it. It's cheap. Mortal Kombat 11 is dirt cheap now. Nintitty Streets. Gosh. So I just like having a time knowing things would get announced within a time frame. I don't like being in limbo. Yeah, that's true. But Nintendo does not like being predictable. Like that's like their worst fear in life is being predictable. Oh no, we can't let them know what we're doing. Oh no. So I can't figure out if I should buy it on Switch or Xbox One. What, Mortal Kombat 11? All right, have a good night, Clifford. I'd probably, at this point, I'd probably get it on the Xbox. Just because I don't know. It depends. It depends how important portability is to you. Now, me myself, I have it on PlayStation and the Switch. But I'm a Mortal Kombat fanboy, so don't listen to me on that. But I own it on both. Well, technically, I own it. Technically, I own it on Switch, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. But that's just because I had when my incident with the theft stuff. I had to rebuy a bunch of games just to get my money back and all that stuff. So. Trey, do you do any PC gaming? No. I have one game on my PC. One. And that's Cuphead. The only reason I have Cuphead is because I didn't have an Xbox at the time. And it actually doesn't matter because I have an Xbox right now and it's sitting there unopened. But And it came out on PC. I was like, oh, I really want to play Cuphead, but I didn't want to buy an Xbox to play it. So I was like, oh, I'll buy it on PC. And then I ended up buying that on Switch. So I'm more into Street Fighter. Shame we never got into Street Fighter 4. It's my favorite Street Fighter. Oh, glad we never got oh. Yeah, you know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Street Fighter 4 never came to any like Nintendo consoles, like considering it was on the 3DS. Or it not being on the Wii U and not even on the Switch as a late port. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I can see Street Fighter 5 because I was like a time exclusive on PlayStation, but Street Fighter 4, like, okay. They rather give us they rather give us Street Fighter 2 HD than Street Fighter 4. That's pretty funny. So I almost forgot Pookie and Ray Ray took your stuff. Wow. Yeah. But it's all good. Insurance guy hooked a brother up. So a lot of that stuff I got replaced. Some of the stuff I didn't need to replace because, you know, when you have systems, older systems with games, I mean, it's cool. Like, it's great to have the physical version, of course. But if you got systems with games that you got 3 or 4 times over on different systems, you don't necessarily have to. Like, I don't have to have Super Mario 2 cartridge. Like, you know, like I can play it on a bunch of other stuff. It's cool to have, but I don't have to. Like, I wasn't like, oh my God, my Super Mario 2 cartridge. I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I could just go, especially, I'm telling you, the guy hooked me up. So he gave me credit for a lot of these old games that you would never get anywhere else. So take the credit for that, get brand new games. And if I really want those old games, you go to eBay and buy them. He said, I don't know. Pray tears for Super Mario Bros. 2 card is legit, though. I lost everything back in the. I mean, you can get it's. I mean, Mario Brothers 2 on the cartridge is cheap on eBay. You can find that if you really, really want it. If you really, really, really want it. In a way, I'm trying to not get out of collecting as much as I did in the past because I noticed a lot of that stuff. It's just sitting there. Not that I'm gonna go digital only or something. That's stupid. But sorry for you digital only people, but I don't think that I'm not done with that. But anyway, a lot of that stuff you just buy it and you just keep it, and then there'll be times where someone could have bought it from you or you trade it in for a lot of money and you're like, and you're gonna do it and you're like, oh no, sentimental value, and then after you feel stupid because you didn't do it. It's just have I beaten the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat 2 with all the characters? It's impossible. I don't know if I did it with all the characters, but I beat it with a lot of the characters back in the day. I don't know if it's impossible. Again, I didn't own personally myself. I didn't have a Super Nintendo back when I was little. I had a Genesis. My neighbor, who was my best friend, had the Super Nintendo. We used to play each other's stuff. I mean, I used to beat most of his games before he beat them, but technically it was his. Said, don't worry, Street Fighter 5 and Resident 4 Remake are coming to Switch 2, mark my words. Yeah, we'll see. Street Fighter, well, yeah, I think Resident Evil, but Street Fighter 5, I don't know. I mean, they might. Or maybe they'll just bring Street Fighter 6. What do I want in a new big 3D Mario release? I don't know. Like, I wanted Mario Galaxy pretty much with better graphics, and that's kind of what they gave us with Odyssey. So now I'm letting Nintendo decide what kind of Mario they want to give me, because obviously they know what I like. What's the deal with Xeno X? Why no sequel? What, no sequel to X in general? Well, probably because it's a Wii U game and it wasn't that. I mean, it was well received, but a lot of people did not like certain aspects of it. They didn't like the fact that it took forever for you to get in the mix. They didn't like the art, like the character models look atrocious, look bad. Those faces were terrible. So maybe that's why they went a different way. Still think X is going to come out on the Switch, because why not? But we'll see what happens with that. Said, I want a bigger open world Mario game with full voice acting. We'll see. Okay, let's see. Did I miss any of these? Trey, what did you think of Bowser carrying a whole bullet bill around in the back of his ship, ready to nuke somebody? I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah, I like Chronicles X. I didn't finish it, but I liked what I played. Trey, send Nintendo your banjo voices, see if you can get some voice work. Nah, that might give me a headache just doing that. Oh, it's getting dark in here. Turn on the lights. There we go. It's a little bit better. A remake of Pandora's Tower. The most voice acting you're gonna get is a Mario movie. Yeah, it's probably. What game are you into now? Right now, I'm not playing hardly anything. Right now, I'm kind of waiting. I'm waiting for Zelda. Waiting for Zelda. Waiting for them to announce this damn Mortal Kombat. I actually got a bunch of games that I just need to take the time to just start them. And it's kind of like I have so many games that are sitting there like unopened. I don't know which ones to do first. And so sometimes it makes me just go back and play some games I already played. It's kind of like with Netflix. Like you'll be looking on Netflix for a movie. Oh, what should I watch? What should I watch? And you end up watching some movie you already own. It's kind of like that. Said, how big is that Bravia you got for 1K? It's 55, and it was yeah, it was 1,000, but it's probably not that anymore. But then again, like I said, I got reimbursed for a lot of that. Like at least I only had to pay like 300 or something out of pocket for that because of the insurance thing. So insurance, I bought it and then they gave me back like 700, so I didn't pay that much for it. But I would have, but I didn't have to because of that situation. But you said what's the biggest advantage getting a 1K TV over a $500 TV? I've been looking in the 500 range. I mean, it depends, like the quality. Like it depends what features you're looking for in the TV, what size, stuff like that. And then you're a lot of times you're paying for the durability and the brand name. Some of these companies' TVs are a lot cheaper because their TVs historically don't last as long, or they'll have I mean, give you an example, like a Sony TV. You're gonna pay more for a Sony TV just because it's a Sony TV. So just in the name alone, you're gonna pay more. But depending on the TV, is a lot of times the extra money. I mean, it's worth it. Now, that doesn't mean that every $1,000 TV is automatically going to be twice as good as a 500 TV. It depends. You just got to do your research on the TVs, because there are some TVs out there that cost a grip that aren't that good, and then there's some TVs that are cheap and they're all right, but it's certain features that you're not going to get for a certain amount of money. But I would never overpay for a TV. No. So what was that one game Retro Studios was working on? It was like some third-person action game. I think it was a GameCube game. Third-person action game that Retro was working on? What, like a remaster? Are you talking about back in the day? Oh, you talking about before Prime? Oh, they were working on like 5 games. They had a football game. Oh, the one you're talking about is dang, what's the name of that? It's at the tip of my tongue. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, they canceled that one. There, people were thinking that maybe they would try to bring that back. What was the name of that? It was like some kind of like Spartan type of. Dang, what was the name of that? That was bugging me. Raven Blade. There it is. Yeah, it was Raven Blade. That was it. Yeah, that's not coming back. You know what I want? I want Retro, or actually, I want Nintendo to buy the rights to Turok and give them back to Retro so they can make a good new Turok game exclusively for Nintendo consoles. That's what I want. Oh dear. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see. Remember a few years ago when the April Fool's Nintendo Direct came out in 2019 when everything was coming to the Switch? I was really hoping for the Real Housewives and Knuckles. Wow. So, do you think a $500 TV is a mistake because it's too low and trying to get something that's only going to last a few years? I'm sick of this old junk that's out there. No, there's TVs. There's TVs that are $500-$600 that are good. Especially some of those TCLs are actually good, but the thing is, there's only like one series of the TCLs really that are actually good, and the other ones are kind of trash. But the one that's good, I forgot what series. I think it's the series. I think the only series of TCL that's actually really good for the money is I think it's the 6 series, and then there's the 8 series. But the 8 series is like a big TV. But the 6 series, I think, is the one. It's like $600 or something like that. It's actually pretty good. And then there's one series of Hisense that's actually supposed to be decent, like really good, and then the rest are trash. So Retro Studios is what used to be Acclaim that made Turok, Quarterback Club, and all those games for the N64. And then most of the people from that Acclaim team went and formed Retro Studios. So that's why you wonder, like, well, why the heck did Retro Studios have a football game in development for the GameCubes? Because they invented Quarterback Club, 98 and 99 and 2000 and stuff like that. They had a lot of experience in football games. Okay, let's see. Sorry. Diddy Kong Racing 2. Yep. So I take that too. Turok exclusive. What about Super Mario RPG 2 for Switch 2? Giving the property back to Squaresoft. I don't know. That might be good. I'm sure they've had that conversation before, but maybe they just couldn't work out the financials. Turok Rage Wars. Shoot, they should make a Turok Rage Wars. Have it online because Turok Rage Wars, it was multiplayer only, but there was like, wasn't there like 52 maps or something crazy like that? Or it was at least 36, I think. It was anywhere from 36 to like 48 maps. So it was a grip. Now, if they were to put that and make that online, put it on Switch, dope. Conker's Bad Fur Day. Conker's Bad Fur Day is one of my favorite games of all time. I want that game on the Switch or on anything. Well, I mean, I know the Xbox version. I mean, I want a remake of the N64 version. That's what I want. Because that Xbox version, they toned it down for whatever reason. Stupid. You said I didn't know retro devs were part of Acclaim. Yeah, they were. Like, yeah, they made the big games for Acclaim. Yes. That's why Nintendo was interested in them, because they were making the best looking games on the N64 pretty much. Like at that time, Turok and Quarterback Club were the best looking games pretty much on any console, really, kind of. Like at the time they came out, they were really good looking games. Like they really knew their way around the hardware. Luigi's Mansion 4, yeah, I think we probably will. I don't know how long it's going to be, but we will. Said, do I think Nintendo would tender an offer to Microsoft for Banjo Kazooie, Jet Force Gemini, or Conquer back? Probably not. No. Maybe Banjo, but the other stuff, no. I don't think so. I would love to have Conquer back, but Conquer was that game was. Now, see, I am in the opinion that a lot of the rare games are kind of somewhat overrated a little bit, but Conquer, fantastic. Not that the rare games weren't really good, but I just like some of you guys are in the rare was better than Nintendo. No, they weren't. They weren't. What IP has Nintendo bought from major competitors? Is that something they do much? This nigga said I look like Conker. Shut up. You kind of look a little like Conker. You should have a little seat. Said I don't care for Call of Duty, but I get it. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to bring Call of Duty to Switch, man. What major IP has Nintendo bought from its competitors? They haven't really. They bought anything. Well, I mean, outside of Bayonetta, they I guess like Sega was their major competitor in the past, and now they co-publish Bayonetta with Sega. I guess if that counts. He said, yes, Rare was better than Nintendo Trade. Nintendo had Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, but Rare had everything else. Yoki. Yeah, they did buy Astral Chain, but he was asking if they bought anything from a competitor, a major competitor. I'm not gonna get into this. You're not even spelling my name right. Nintendo was better than Rare. Only thing Rare was better at with Nintendo is graphics. They took Nintendo's ideas, added better graphics. That's all they did. Why you think Miyamoto had smoke with them? Because that's what they were doing. They was biting his ideas, polishing it up. Biting his ideas, making better graphics. Oh, Rare is better than Nintendo. No, they're not. Now, let's see. Do I think Call of Duty Mobile will run on Switch? Yeah. There's a lot of Call of Duty games that could run on the Switch. So I'm wondering which one, because the rumor has it that the Call of Duty game that will be coming to the Switch, and this is even before this Microsoft deal, was that they're going to be bringing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 remake, pretty much, to the Switch. And that's the one I want. So we'll see. Do I think Nintendo should have purchased Rare? Do you think both Nintendo and the Rare RP catalog would have been better served under Nintendo? I mean, yeah, it would have been better under Nintendo than Microsoft, because when they went to Microsoft pretty much told them, okay, yeah, you got all this good stuff, but we want a Wii Sports killer. So put all that other stuff in the back. Nintendo wouldn't have had them do that because they already have Wii Sports. But the thing with Nintendo is, to them, I guess the cost, the importance didn't outweigh the cost for them, so they didn't buy them. But you never know. Behind the scenes, they may have had a bunch of canceled projects. They might have had some stuff where Nintendo was like, "Oh no, what is that?" And who knows? And they were like, "No, we're not buying, bro. You good?" Now I'm telling you, Miyamoto has smoke for him, so he's probably like, "You buy them? I'm out." Miyamoto was like, nah, cuz you buy them, I'm out. Mario 64 was better than any Banjo. Yeah, you're right. Banjo Tooie is better than Mario 64. Okay. Said I heard that Miyamoto had a bit of tension with Rare back in the day. Yeah, I'm telling you, because they were copying his biting his style and making the graphics better, and everybody's praising Rare. Like, y'all still doing it right now. You just made his point. This is why he was mad. Biting his gimmicks, biting his mechanics, making better graphics. And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, Rare is so amazing." It's like, no, bro. Just took my stuff and added HD to it, man. What's up with that? Yeah, Miyamoto had smoke. I mean, they even said, I'm telling you, they said that he made Yoshi's Island, that art style, just to stick it to Rare and Nintendo because they were bugging him about Donkey Kong Country's graphics. They were like, "Oh my gosh, did you see those graphics? You got to make a Mario game that look like that." And Miyamoto's like, "Nah, doubt. Nah, doubt." No, he wasn't jealous. It was nothing for Miyamoto to be jealous of. He was just annoyed that he did all this stuff to put on the map. Rare was actually copying him, and they're gonna go back and tell him to copy Rare. It's like, bruh. It's like I started this gangster stuff. Like, what are you talking about? No, he's like, I ain't copying them. No. He said, no way, bro. No, that Phillips deal was real. Okay, let me read this comment so you guys know what I'm talking about. It said, by the way, speaking of Nintendo business drama, Nintendo actually didn't want to do a Super Nintendo CD peripheral. Ken Kutaragi and Sony kind of talked them into it. It was genuinely believed the Philips deal. I genuinely believe the Philips deal was fake. No, it wasn't fake. Wasn't fake. Wasn't fake. Nintendo did want to do a CD thing because Sega, the new Sega, was doing a CD thing. They wanted to do it. The reason they didn't want to do it with Sony is because Sony was going to control too much of the PlayStation, because there was going to be different systems with different names, and the Sony was going to control too much of what. Well, first of all, they were going to get too much money, too much of the profits, and then they were going to control too much. That situation is pretty much the same situation with EA and Nintendo falling out. EA wanted to control Nintendo's entire online infrastructure. And then Nintendo was like, that might not be too smart because, there's competitors to EA that's going to be on the system too. Like, that doesn't make sense for us to do that. So it was a control thing and it was a money thing. But they definitely wanted to come out with it. Yeah, Nintendo made the right decision, but they should have been more upfront with Sony about it. But if they were more upfront with Sony about it, then we might not ever even have a PlayStation. We wouldn't be here with this right now. And then who knows? I mean, everything happens for a reason. Takeover gaming. No, they didn't want to take over gaming. They wanted a piece of the pie, just like Microsoft just wanted a piece of the pie at first. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but a lot of these companies tried to work together, but it just didn't pan out. Just like Microsoft wanted to buy Nintendo so that they could have a piece of console share. They wanted to buy Nintendo before the GameCube came out. And that didn't go through. So they came out with their own system. Like, a lot of these, like Sony and Microsoft, it's not that they wanted to control everything. They just wanted money from everything. Both of Nintendo's major competitors wanted to work with Nintendo, but they were either had bad pitches or they were just didn't. They were trying to control too much, and Nintendo was like, "No, we good." And they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll make our own thing then." And that's where we're at. Yeah, that's true. He did do the sound chip. He did the sound chip, and he almost got fired because he didn't have approval for it. Like, he over there using Sony's money to make this sound chip without getting it approved, and luckily it worked out for him. But oh yeah, EA is still salty about that. Okay, let's see. How much do you think a new Switch as powerful as the PlayStation 4 Pro Switch would cost? Well, the new Switch is going to be at least as powerful as a PlayStation 4. And on paper, it's probably not going to, on paper, it might not match up to a PlayStation 4 Pro. But when all is said and done with the newer technology, DLSS 2 and all of that stuff factored in, it's probably going to look, the games are probably going to appear like PlayStation 4 Pro games. And the Switch 2 or whatever is going to be end up costing going to be at least $400. Says Trey, wasn't there something like in the contract with Sony where Sony would either own the distribution rights on the disc or Sony would own the images on the disc? I can't remember. Yeah, it was something like that. It was something where Nintendo would have to get all of the discs for all of the games from from Sony, and have to pay for, like, it was a stupid deal. It was like a deal that a game like that no one that was in the number one spot would take. Like, it was a dumb deal. What's up, Avances? Said, do you think a prototype IP like Project Hammer and Shadow of the Eternals will ever be made for release by Nintendo? Do you think they should be made for release? Well, okay, here's the thing. I'm kind of glad. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of, when I saw Project Hammer, I was like, what in the world is this? So when it was canceled, I was not surprised because it looked like straight up, I mean, it looked like trash. Like, it looked boring. I mean, did any of you guys think Project Hammer looked good? Maybe I need to go back and look at it, but I remember when they showed it, I was like, this is a Nintendo game? Like, what is this? When Kickstarter was new and I saw the pitch for that game, and it just looked like something that wasn't going to come out. So I don't know if they actually had any development or anything, or that was just all talk. So I don't know if that game would ever come out on anything, because it doesn't look like they ever had anything going. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Oh, now it says connected. Oh, it's buffering. Okay. They're like, you've been on here too long, player. Project Hammer. Yeah. Yeah, nobody ever forgets about canceled Nintendo stuff. They're like, yep. Oh, shoot. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Be right back. Dennis Dyack ain't busy with nothing, bro. Nah, man, you can't go to the bathroom that fast. Oh, I can't. Put some hot sauce on my burrito, baby. No, not the runs. Probably going to stay on for maybe about 10 more minutes. If you guys got any more questions, you need to let it rip. The way I walked on. NX2. You mean that NVN? That NVN2? That's 10 minutes of your life. When is the Switch getting Call of Duty? I don't know. Well, Microsoft was saying during their whole court thing or whatever, they were like, oh, well, you know, not only can we bring Call of Duty to Switch, should only take us about 10 months. So, judging by what they're saying, I guess we should expect Call of Duty by the end of the year. Okay, rumor has it Tokyo EAD are working on Mario Kart. Second chance to be nice seller. Arms sold over 1 million. Do I think ghosts are real? I mean, yeah, like spirits. Yeah, I think they're evil spirits. Yeah. I'm just kidding. No, yeah, definitely. Maybe not ghosts per se, but yeah, evil spirits, evil spirits. Absolutely. Did I wash my hands? I didn't even go to the bathroom. I told you I didn't go to the bathroom. I heard my phone go off. I went to send a text. Booze in the Mushroom Kingdom. Oh, yeah. No, there's no real booze. The sequel will be legs. Do you ever do a video tour of your game collection? No. Mm-mm. I didn't either because no, I just did. I never did. I never did. Yeah, exactly. Definitely not. Arms was Arms was all right. Like it kind of fell off kind of fast, but I liked it. I thought it was cool. But I remember I was going in on people for using the Pro controller. It's like, I don't use the Pro controller for Arms. This is about motion controls. Which I guess I kind of had a point, but I don't know. Like it seemed like the whole point of that was to use the Joy Cons, but hey, whatever. Maybe that's why I didn't catch on because everyone's over there using the Pro controller for Arms. Thanks, man. You have a good weekend too. Oh man, so now I gotta decide if I want to eat some more or not because I'm still kind of hungry. Played the beta version with all the hype and then I forgot about it. What, Arms? Um, you know what? Like, I think that was probably out of the launch or close to launch games. Yeah, that was probably maybe my least played game. What's your favorite era on YouTube as a YouTuber? I mean, I don't know. Even though the Wii U era kind of sucked because it was a lot of heartache and disappointment, it was fun for me. Even though it's stressful too, but it was fun for me because everybody was going at me and I was just so that part was fun. I don't care. What's up, Shadow Fox? You came in like right as I'm pretty much about to leave. Yeah, Rare was not better than Nintendo. You guys are funny. All right, Quantum Mill. No, that's good, Shadow Fox. I'm gonna stream again. It's not gonna be the only time, but it's gonna be the only time probably for this week. No, they were not. Rare wasn't better than Nintendo in any era. Okay, they weren't. Super Nintendo era. You guys, some graphic horrors. To be Nintendo fans, you guys are definitely some graphic horrors. To say that Rare was better than Nintendo in any generation. Yeah, they was taking seats, all right. Oh man. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna head out for tonight. Uh, I'll see y'all when I see you. No, you don't want to play Ultra Street Fighter 2 again. You're gonna get whooped. Just like everybody else I played on that game. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.